This is a truly heartbreaking story from the past. An old photo that was tucked inside a family Bible. Sophie Marin was born in Colorado County, Texas, in the summer of 1895, to Otto and Minnie Marins who had emigrated from Germany. This photo was taken in the spring of 1898 and shows Sophie wearing a dress probably made by her mother. Sadly, Sophie died that summer, just 1 month before her third birthday, while her mother was heavily pregnant with their second child. The family Bible shows she died on the 30th of June, but neither the cause of death or the burial place are recorded, and this is the only surviving photo of Sophie. So rest in peace, Sophie. You will be remembered. When Charlie the Tramp died in 1979, very few people knew much about his family history. Kate Ryan went on a mission to find out his life story. He was known in the area as Charlie the Tramp, or Birdie the Tramp, Charlie Birdie, Dog End Bill, Peter, Eddie and Black Jack. Others thought his family were the wet fishmongers of Deptford. Others said he was a wealthy man, whose wife and daughter were killed in a bombing during the Second World War. It was also rumoured he had £20,000 in his coat pocket when he died, but Kate set out to find the truth. His name was Edward Birdie, and he was born in 1906 in Deptford, London. His father died when he was 2. His mother lost 3 children. By the time he was 6, he was in a workhouse, and his mother was in an infirmary miles away. By the time he was 9, he was still in that workhouse, and listed as destitute and deserted. At the age of 18, he came out of the workhouse, and 6 years later, at 24, he was burying his mother, who hadn't been with him for the best part of his life. He lived with his sisters until they married. His brothers moved away and moved on. He didn't drink or turn to drugs. He was not well off but never asked for money. He was 73 when he died. The police said at the time he was hit by a train, that there were no visible injuries and he died instantly. He was cremated on the 11th of December 1979. His funeral at Hither Green Crematorium was paid for by the British Legion. They could find no family. The procession left from their offices in Arklow Road and reached the crematorium half an hour late because of the numbers of people standing along Deptford High Street. His last remaining sibling, Ivy, died 6 years later in 1985 in Greenwich. It is unknown if she attended the funeral or even knew that he died. So rest in peace, Edward. You will be remembered. This grave said they were murdered in or about the 6th of June 1891, aged 5 years. I was intrigued to uncover the story. On the 10th of June 1891, PC William Moss found a bundle on Alexander Street, just yards from his police station. He would never have guessed that would turn out to be the body of Barbara Waterhouse, a 5-year-old girl from Horsforth. Barbara lived in a yard at the back of the Black Bull pub in Horsforth, and she was playing out around the area. She may have known Walter Turner or seen him around, as he lived just 50 metres away at 1 Back Lane, Horsforth. Walter lived with his mother, and while she was out he murdered Barbara at 1 Back Lane on Saturday the 6th of June 1891. He hid her body in the cellar, and it was not until his mother discovered the body on the 8th that Walter was found out. As they were in the process of moving, he put Barbara's body in a tin box, and with the help of a local lad who knew nothing of what was in the tin, moved her body down the street to their new house. On Wednesday, the 10th of June in broad daylight, Walter and his mother Anne walked down to Newley with the tin box to catch the train. They went to a friend's shop, and after confessing all to them, they went to Alexander Street and dumped the body. Later that same day, they were both arrested. Anne denied ever knowing about the body and got away with it. Walter Lewis Turner was hanged on August 1st. One of the key players in getting a conviction was Inspector Joseph Davidson Sowerby, who made sure everything possible was done to secure a conviction. Mr. Justice Grantham's summoning was so strong it took only 15 minutes for a guilty verdict to be reached. He told Walter to expect no mercy. Afterwards, Mr. Justice Grantham gave a floral tribute to Barbara's parents. He was applauded as he left the court. So rest in peace, Barbara. You will be remembered. This man gave his life for his country, and his story should never be forgotten. Bertram Henry Symes was born on the 29th of September 1876 in St Maurs, Cornwall, to Charles Symes and Susanna Lohman. He joined the Royal Navy on the 16th of January 1899 and married Elizabeth Carnegie in 1903 in Lambeth, London. It wasn't long before they started a family, with a daughter Irene born in 1903 and Alexander in 1905. In 1914, the family moved to Francis Avenue in Portsmouth. In the Royal Navy, he was a carpenter and rose to become a shipwright first class, and was also the ship's diver from March 1906. At the outbreak of the war, he served abroad, and in 1918 he had returned to British waters on HMS Nimrod, but was unwell. No hospitals could take him in, eventually landing in Scotland at the Leith War Hospital. Sadly, he died of pneumonia on the 7th of November 1918. His name was not included on the cenotaph, as his wife didn't have the money to pay, but Bertram's story should never be forgotten. So rest in peace, you will be remembered.